Hey, welcome back to Stephen Thoughts, and I'm Stephen, and these are my thoughts. And today's conversation or thoughts that I've had in mind is that I wanted to share and talk about, and also hear other people's opinions on this topic is the financial struggle and pressure that parents find, if it's new parents or existing parents, and just keeping that balance. So it's the new year. My wife and I have decided to start planning better for our financial um, well-being. Again, disclaimer here: I'm not a professional. I'm not a financier or a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my experience and what we've been learning and what stuff to focus on that we've kind of thinking that it would be helpful for others to hear. But also, I would like to hear others' opinions and what other people do and try. So for us, what we've started to do is, again, simple to for some people. For us, it was kind of difficult to start getting into the balance, but it's been something that we've been thinking about, because you start thinking about, especially everything now, and the way that the world is being, is everything is so expensive, and rent and mortgage, or food, and then clothes, and then buying clothes for your kid, because especially they're growing and growing, so you need to keep buying clothes. What we try with that kind of helps is we try to buy reuse stuff wherever we go, Vinted, or we go to charity shops. We love going to charity shops, that we could, and you actually find pretty good clothes, and pretty cheap as well. And then the cool thing is that you're not just buying and buying and buying and just storing away. And my wife and I have been we've built so many bags of charity to take as well, because we just thought we got so many jackets, it's not necessary, right? Or so many shoes and everything like that, or we've sell them so we can carry on saving money. So I think that's something that we've kind of been learning about and putting into our financial care. Another thing that is important is to budget smartly, have a good strategy about budgeting. So like where we will go shopping, what kind of stuff we get. I'm not saying that we can buy it just because we're budgeting, we're buying cheap food. No, but we try to make things more for at home. My wife makes the bread, and she makes a lot of like the home cooked meals. I love burgers and stuff like that. I think I've mentioned it before. So my wife makes this awesome and amazing burgers at home. Same with the bun, like makes the buns and everything. And that it's something that if we go out to a restaurant, it will be worth around what, 15 to 16 pounds for the meal, burger and chips and a drink or something. We're kind of saving that by just being, and we're also creating those memories. We're creating memories of showing our daughter that things can be done at home. She helps us and everything. So I think doing that, that kind of helps and contributes to the whole budgeting. I think that's also helpful. Another thing that it's really good that we think about is positive money conversations. We sit down and we talk about where could money go, where is more important for the money to go, discuss it. I know money conversations are stressful, and then sometimes you get anxiety and stuff, but it's always good to avoid transferring the whole financial anxiety to either your wife or your child. Sometimes they get that. I came from a household where my parents were always arguing about money, even though we were good. We had my parents owned businesses that had cabs and restaurants, but there was always that whole situation about arguing about money and issues and stuff. And that's something that I don't want to show my child. I want her to learn from this whole financial stuff, and teaching your kids about the whole like money talk, really, how to save money, where you should invest money, where you should, what things you should buy, what things you should not buy. Again, that's from age. You kind of have to think, my daughter's just 2, so talking to her about money is just, it wouldn't make sense. But of course, age appropriate, that kind of helps. Another thing that we we try to do as well from the whole what we've been planning as well is my wife has literally been putting it all into her phone. Where's money going here? Where's money going there? How much money should we put onto activities? And I think what's helpful is finding free or low cost activity, like family activities that you could do. And there's a lot of stuff that you can do without having to spend too much money. There's like you can create memories from going out to a park or a walk, taking pictures, having a laugh, having fun, making a little picnic and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff up there that can help us, and the whole like to help us in a way that of the financial burden and stress, that there are ways that you can maintain yourself. One thing that's really important that I always think about is the whole thing about your kids. What your kids need, it's security, not luxury stuff, right? They don't need the best or the final. If you can afford it, then yeah, go right ahead, by all means buy it. But if you can't and you want to balance because you want to save for a future and for a house, or you have plans for a business and stuff like that, you need to think, okay, they don't need this I don't know, like, I'm not big into brands, but what is the biggest like clothes brand out there, whatever, big brands, right? Like spending 60 or 100 pounds on a pair of trainers that is just unnecessary. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't make no sense. Where that money can actually be used for a future. I'm also been looking into opening my daughter an account, and I've been researching and stuff. That's another way that you can think about not only like your financial balance, but also for your kids' future. So I've been thinking about looking into Lloyds Bank and seeing what is the best way that you can save money. And I've been reading up the Help ISA that you can put in money, and that is stuff that they can invest in. And then when they get to the age of, research it yourself. I'm just speaking from what I can remember right now. From the age of 16, they can view it, but they can't touch it. When they're 18, then they can touch it. And again, with the more money you put in, the better that growth will get. When the way I've been thinking of doing it is telling my kids to don't touch it don't touch it when you're 18, and then you're gonna like be wanting to get money out and whatever. Wait until you're 25, because that's money that they can use for a car, the first car if they need it, or money for a deposit for a house, hoping that they can afford a house back, in a few years, because everything is just being crazy. It's just been going up, and again, the wage is just still, it's not going. Everything, all the rates and everything goes up, food and housing and the bills and everything, but then the wages just stays low. And there's something that we kind of like have to think about, that saving is really important. My parents always used to say, like, save, you need to save for your future. And I always put money aside, and I always saved, thank God. Like I always did that. But a lot of people don't think about that, or a lot of people don't even think about putting money for your kids. Like, she's 2 now, and putting money into her savings when she's 25, she's gonna have quite a good amount of money. My idea of like putting how much I'll be putting a month is about 50 to 100 pounds. That's my idea of like saving for her. Of course, some months it could be lower, because then we'll think, okay, what do we actually need for that month? This are the cost. This is what we need for the food and for like bills and stuff like that. So then it'll probably be lower. But then if I'm having a good week or a good month of income coming in, then I'll be like, okay, we're all clear, we're all fine, we're all stable. I can put £100 into a savings. And again, investing is actually something that it's really helpful for a lot of people, and especially as parents, you kind of like need to think about all those situations and things that you need to kind of like think about. But you should also know that it shouldn't you shouldn't like, you shouldn't bring all the whole thing about financial, seeing it as a negative thing. Like, it's stressful and stuff, and I get it, but it's a positive learning curve for everyone. And also finding the whole, creating the whole what's it called, it's like consistency of saving, and then it becomes natural to you, really. It just starts to, you start thinking about that, and then seeing what actually money it's supposed to go first before you buying stuff that you actually don't need. Literally years past, sometimes I find things, I'm like, what the heck do I don't, when did I buy this? I don't need this, I don't even use it. And then I think back, like, why did I even buy it? And sometimes it's like that you want to buy, you want to consume, and you just want to get, and you want to have at home, and you start hoarding things that you don't actually need. And then you think like, oh, that could have been money that I could have saved to potentially get this. It also helps out to save, because sometimes you have those unexpected situations where you're like, crap, sorry, I need money to fix my tires, or I need money for, I don't know, like parking tickets. Sometimes you just get them, and unwillingly money has to go there. But it's stuff that you start learning, and you start kind of thinking, okay, for future I'm putting all this MOT, or the insurance and car things. If you have cars, it's just stressful alone. There's a lot of stuff about, it's all learning. And I think, while financial responsibilities is important, it shouldn't overshadow the joy of parenting. I think that's something that it's important. Creating that healthy relationship with money, that can be passed down to your children without passing the stress. I think that's something to really think about, take away from this video. And yeah, if you found it useful, and if you found my advice or our experiences helpful, I would also like to hear your opinions and what you guys do or use to save money. We've been using Monzo. Monzo's pretty cool. We're just starting to, my wife actually, she deals with everything. I work and bring home the money, but she is literally, like, she knows everything, and she does it. Like, of course she does her part too. Raising children is not like nothing. It's also a job alone. Actually, I think it's harder than going out and like decorating houses and painting or whatever, or being a tradesman. I think is incredible. So she does an amazing job at home, planning out all the financial stuff that then later we can discuss and talk about it together. And I think that's really important. Talk to your partner, get help from family, and also videos on YouTube. You can find so much help everywhere. Everyone is going through struggles and experience and stuff, but there's no way, there's no reason for you to like be stuck or think that there's no way out. Everyone can find a way out, and I think that's something that you should have in mind and be really positive. And yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. So just on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and put a comment below. Let me know what you experiences are with financial balance as a parent. We'd like to hear that. See ya. Bye. God bless.